Rev up your engines! Today, I'm going to talk about a classic sports car, the Acura NSX. This one's a 1996, one of 460 sold in the United States. They're relatively rare vehicles. They were the first mass-produced car to have an all-aluminum frame. And check out this engine! Whoa! It doesn't have an engine? There's nothing in there. Well, there's the radiator, but hey, there's no engine. Honda, Acura, same company. Their first mid-engine car. These babies were custom made in Japan for handling, for speed, but they're still a serious driver's car that you can drive every day. It's got a 5-speed standard transmission for a serious driver. And it's got a big cult following, mainly due to Pulp Fiction. Though I really don't understand how he did his job with such a small trunk. Now this thing puts out 290 horsepower. Today you might say, oh, I'd get a 600 horsepower. But back in the day, with this lightweight design aluminum frame, these things really go. Well, at the same time, you can use them as everyday drivers driving around. It's a Honda, they're dependable, they'll run forever if you take care of them. It was basically an exotic car that was dependable and affordable. These original ones went for about $60,000. Now they stopped making them for a while, then they started making them again. And in the last 5 years, they're so expensive, today the base model is like $150,000. In that 5-year period, they've only sold about 1,100 in the United States. So the modern ones, they're the same idea, but they're all custom made in Ohio with space-age design. They put out about 600 horsepower, so more than twice what this has. But they do it by using 3 electric motors as boosts, and the engines are souped up. They're not normally aspirated like this one is. There's a big advantage to having a naturally aspirated V6 engine with almost 300 horsepower. These things, you want to modify them, you can modify them yourself. And let's face it, $60,000 versus $150 up, there's a lot more money you're spending on a new one. This one? Made in Japan. The new ones, made in Ohio. Me, I'm a purist. I want it made by Japanese people in Japan. Now, sure, the #1 one that was built was auctioned off recently for $1,200,000. That's a rare car. They do hold their value, but compared to what you can pay for a new one, you're gonna save a ton getting a used one. Now, this particular one, hey, it's actually for sale, $65,000. A lot cheaper than $150 up, and a lot simpler car to maintain. And it does have amenities. It's got a nice target top. Just pops right off. It fits neatly inside here. In case it starts raining, you can pop it back on. And now it's not like one of those claustrophobic Ferraris. You got a lot of room here. It's not like you're riding around in a tiny little coffin. You can have some fun with this thing. These things really corner well. So now you know all about Acura NSXs. And why, if you got some spare change, you might put one in your stable. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.